On 10th of November, an explosion in a car near the historic Red Fort in a densely populated area in Delhi sent shockwaves across the country. The blast brought back memories of the 2000s when a series of terror attacks in public spaces had turned people wary in their own neighborhoods. The same night, the Delhi police invoked the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, that is UAPA in the FIR, including UAPA provision sections 16 and 18, which are concerned with terror acts and conspiracies. The FIR also included the Explosive Substances Act sections 3 and 4, invoked for explosions that cause deaths or injuries. A special National Investigation Agency or NIA court is also looking into this, and last week granted the agency 10 days of custody of 4 of the accused in the case. Now, this case is just at the beginning of its legal journey, but several other terror cases pending in different courts tell a story. It entails the Supreme Court or High Courts reprimanding trial courts for delays and acquittals, often due to gaps in the investigation, and it involves families indefinitely waiting for closure that never comes. The courts have repeatedly sought more thorough probes and quicker trials in terror cases. In this video, Apoorva Mandhani will tell you about the journey of some of the biggest terror cases in the country through the courtrooms. Now, the first on this list is the 2011 Delhi High Court blast case. The bomb, which was planted in a briefcase, rocked the court premises on 7th of September 2011, killing 15 and injuring 79 others. The attack was to demand the commutation of Afzal Guru's death sentence, according to an email attributed to Harkat-ul-Jihad al-Islami. The NIA filed a charge sheet against 6, including a minor. The accused were medical student Wasim Akram Malik, along with Amir Abbas Dev, Amir Kamal, Junaid Akram Malik, and Shakir Hussain Sheikh or Chota Hafiz. Now, out of these, Dev turned approver, whereas Sheikh, and the court was told this, he died in 2012 in encounter with the army. The court awarded the minor a 3-year sentence in a special home, and the other accused have been shown as absconding. So, here's what's happening in this trial. The main trial is going on against Wasim Akram Malik. His trial under various provisions of UAPA, Explosive Substances Act, and IPC is still pending at the prosecution evidence stage, though it has been listed before a lower court in Delhi more than 311 times. The NIA had cited 277 witnesses across its charge sheet, supplementary charge sheet, and additional documents to the court, and at least 2 of them have since passed away. 2 of the witnesses have since passed away. Now, currently, Malik is demanding a speedy trial before the court. He even filed an appeal in the Delhi High Court challenging the lower court's rejection of his bail in March 2023. The High Court, upon hearing his appeal, has started monitoring the progress of his trial at the trial court level. So, in July this year, the special public prosecutor explained the delay before the High Court. He said that most witnesses are from Jammu and Kashmir and would have to be brought to Delhi. These include government officials who cannot turn up due to their official duties. The High Court was informed in September this year that the matter would be taken up between 25th September and 22nd November on all working days. Now, the second on this list is the 2010 German bakery blast in Pune, which had killed 17 people and had left 56 others injured. The NIA filed a charge sheet against Mirza Himayat Inayat Beg along with 6 others. Now, the 6 others were initially shown as absconding, and Beg was arrested in September 2010. Yasin Bhatkal was later arrested in 2014. Bhatkal is alleged to be an Indian Mujahideen operative. Now, here's what's happening in this case. The trial against Yasin Bhatkal is currently pending before a lower court in Pune. The charges against him were framed only in April 2019, 5 years after his arrest, owing to his stay in Delhi's Tihar jail. Judicial records show that the prosecution failed to produce Bhatkal before the court for nearly 100 hearings. The reasons cited have ranged from security concerns over transporting him and the public funds that would have to be spent on his Delhi to Pune trip to a lack of train tickets or technical infrastructure to connect him through video conferencing from Tihar. The trial against Beg began in December 2010 and continued for 2 years, 4 months and 8 days. In a 278-page long judgment in April 2013, Additional Sessions Judge N.P. Dhote gave Beg 5 death sentences and several life terms. Their upturning, though, was around the corner. In March 2016, the Bombay High Court convicted Beg only for unauthorized possession of a blackish substance which was found to be RDX and for forging documents. but calling out the prosecution for failing to establish a conclusive link between the RDX that Baig had and the German bakery blast, the High Court awarded him a life term only under the Explosive Substances Act. Now, cross appeals by the state government and Baig are pending in the Supreme Court. Therefore, even this case hasn't reached a conclusion yet. The third on this list is the 2006 train blasts in Mumbai. On July 2006, blasts rocked the first-class compartments of 7 local trains in Mumbai's western suburbs within a span of 11 minutes, leaving 187 dead and 829 injured. 13 men in total were charged under Indian Penal Code's provisions relating to murder, criminal conspiracy. They had also charged them with UAPA and provisions of the Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime Act, or MACOCA. Now, among the 13, a special court in Mumbai in 2015 sentenced Kamal Ahmed Mohammad Vakil Ansari, Faisal Ataur Rahman Sheikh, Ehtisham Kutubuddin Siddiqui, Naveed Hussain Khan and Asif Khan to death. The court awarded 7 other accused life imprisonment and acquitted 1 accused, Abdul Wahid Deen Mohammed Sheikh. In July this year, though, Bombay High Court acquitted all the 12 accused, the other remaining 12 accused as well, after finding witness statements unreliable, saying the prosecution utterly failed to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. The same month, the Supreme Court stayed parts of the High Court's judgment by clarifying that the accused did not have to return to prison. The Supreme Court's move was to ensure that the High Court ruling, especially the interpretation of MACOCA, doesn't set a legal precedent in other pending trials for now. Now, the fourth one on this list is the 2008 serial blasts in Delhi. These were 5 bomb blasts that shook Delhi on 13th of September 2008, exploding at Connaught Place, Karol Bagh, Greater Kailash and India Gate. The blasts killed 39 people and injured 159 others. Minutes after the blasts occurred, terror outfit Indian Mujahideen took responsibility through emails sent out to the media. The police filed 5 FIRs and a team was formed under the supervision of Inspector MC Sharma to trace those involved. Now, 6 days after this blast, on 19 September 2008, a raiding team of Delhi Police Special Cell reached L18 Butler House in Jamia Nagar. An encounter followed, leading to the deaths of 2 suspected IM members, Atif Amin and Mohammad Sajid. Among others, Mohammad Saif surrendered and Shehzad Ahmed and Ariz Khan fled. Inspector Sharma, who also lost his life, and 2 other officers sustained injuries. Shehzad was arrested in January 2010 and convicted in July 2013 for firing at officers and killing Sharma. So in the Butler House encounter case, he was sentenced to life imprisonment, but acute necrotizing pancreatitis took him in 2023. The Delhi Police Special Cell arrested Ariz Khan in 2018 from Uttarakhand's Banbasa, which borders Nepal. And in the Butler House case, he received a death sentence in 2021. It was, however, commuted by the Delhi High Court to a life term in 2023, and his case was not found to be rarest of the rare cases. In the Delhi blasts case, trials against several of the accused are ongoing. You can see their names on your screens right now. These are currently pending in the Patiala House Court. In this case, the prosecution's evidence stage of the trial in the Delhi blast case has stretched for over a decade. In 2023, while rejecting bail to one of the accused, the Delhi High Court noted that of the 497 witnesses cited, 198 had been dropped, 282 had been examined, and 17 remained. It also directed the special court to hold hearings at least twice a week, considering the fact that several accused have been in custody since 2008. However, according to court documents, the main conspirators of the Delhi blasts, who are alleged IM operatives Riaz Bhatkal and Iqbal Bhatkal, are still absconding. The duo is reportedly hiding in Pakistan along with other conspirators, Dr. Shehnawaz and Amir Raza Khan. Now, the fifth in this list is the 2008 Jaipur blasts. At the time, several explosions took place in the crowded markets in the walled city of Jaipur, killing 71 people and injuring 185 others. In total, 8 FIRs were registered, and the next day, TV channels and news agencies received emails attributed to IM or Indian Mujahideen, taking responsibility for the serial bomb blasts. The trial was held against at least 5 accused. You can see their names on your screen right now. In December 2019, a special court in Jaipur awarded death penalty to Mohammad Saif, Saifur Rahman Ansari, Mohammad Salman and Sarwar Azmi while acquitting Shahbaz Hussain. But in 2023, the Rajasthan High Court set aside the convictions and death sentences of all four and upheld the acquittal of a fifth accused. The acquittals came in 8 FIRs related to Jaipur blasts. In the 9th FIR about a live bomb that was found near a temple, Saif, Ansari, Salman and Azmi were convicted in April this year. All four were awarded life imprisonment. Now, while acquitting them in the earlier 8 cases, the Rajasthan High Court had noted that the probe had been flawed, shoddy, and there were lapses on the part of the investigation team. So this is a pattern that we've seen in most of these terror-related trials. The High Court directed the Director General of Rajasthan Police to even initiate appropriate inquiry or disciplinary proceedings against the erring officials in the investigation team for the flaws. Now, the Supreme Court is hearing appeals filed by the state government as well as relatives of blast victims against these acquittals. The last in this list in this video is the 1996 Lajpat Nagar blasts. This was a powerful bomb that exploded in Delhi's busy Lajpat Nagar market, killing 13 people and injuring 39 others. The Delhi Police's special cell filed a charge sheet naming 17 accused. Of them, only 10 faced trial and the remaining 7 were declared proclaimed offenders. According to the prosecution, terrorists of the Jammu and Kashmir Islamic Front took responsibility for the attack. Out of the 10 people who faced trial in this case, the court acquitted 4 of them in 2010 and partially convicted 2 before sentencing them to jail time that they had already spent in prison. The state did not file any appeals against this part of the judgment. The trial court also convicted Muhammad Naushad, Mirza Nisar Hussain, Muhammad Ali Bhatt and Javed Ahmed, sentencing the former 3 to death. Ahmed received a life term. Later in 2012, slamming the Delhi police for grave prosecution lapses in its investigation, the Delhi High Court acquitted Mirza Nisar Hussain and Muhammad Ali Bhatt while commuting the death sentence of Naushad to life imprisonment, the same as Ahmed. Now, in July 2023, there was another reversal. The Supreme Court stepped in and reversed the acquittals of Hussain and Bhatt, sentencing them as well to life terms without remission, which means that they can't apply for premature release, which is a remedy available to convicts who spend more than 14 years in jail. This latest development since the 1996 explosion took 27 years to come. So in the trials that we've seen so far in terror cases, there's a common link of delay with the higher courts, the high courts and the Supreme Courts often pulling up trial courts for this delay, and of courts, trial courts, high courts and Supreme Court often pulling up investigating agencies for lapses and in investigations. That's all I have for you today. This is Apoorva Mandhani for ThePrint. For more such videos, do subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.